What is the very first step here that we need to perform? The very first step, before we even calculate anything.
Put the fractions in place of the variables?
Exactly. Since they're both positive, very easy. 3/4 plus 1/12, everything squared. Good. What will be the next step that we need to perform?
Addition.
Yes, addition, which means we have to find, yes? We have to find what do we need to find?
Common denominator.
The least common denominator. Good. Which is, in this case,
Well,
yes. The reason is, perfect, because 12 is a multiple of 4. Good. So then this 12, the numerator doesn't need anything. Or you just write 1. Or you don't write anything. But what about the adjustment on the top of the first fraction? What does that need? What does that need? Please, what does the numerator of the first fraction need?
Times 3.
Times 3 indeed. Very good. So then we have 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 10 over 12 squared. Do not square before you simplify inside parentheses. Can we? What will you simplify? How will you simplify 10 over 12? What is the simplified form of this fraction?
5/6.
Very good, excellent. Now let's square. Remember how we square a fraction? We square the top and we square the bottom. What is the simplified form of this fraction after we square it? Anybody, please? Alan, will you tell us when you square this fraction, what do you get? Anybody can square this fraction for us? Alan, go ahead, please.
I want to say, is it 25 over 36?
Excellent. Very good. That's it. Well done. And I think we have another problem here to look at. What is the perimeter of a rectangle whose length is? So we have a rectangle with a length of 11 and 3/4 yards, and the width is 9 and 3/8. And they want us to find the perimeter. And then we have the extra credit to look at. You will also have an extra credit on the test. It would be the only problem that is worth 1 point. All the other problems will be worth it. It's worth 1 point because I'm going to add 9 points to it if you solve it correctly. Okay, so let's find the perimeter. Anybody remembers the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle? The perimeter of a rectangle. Anyone remembers that? The perimeter of a rectangle. Anybody, please?
Thanks, Susan.
That's the area.
Oh, right.
We want the perimeter.
Is it 2L plus 2W?
Excellent. Twice the length plus twice the width. Very good. Good. So then the perimeter will be twice multiplied by 11 and 3/4 plus twice multiplied by, in other words, 9 and 3/8. Remember, you cannot multiply mixed numbers. You have to change them into an improper fraction. So 2 multiplied by 44 plus 3, 47 over 4, plus 2 times 72 plus 3, 75. Do not ever multiply if you can simplify first. And I can. By 2. By 2. 47 over 2 plus 75 over 4. Yes, I need the least common denominator, which is, in this case, can anyone give us the least common denominator, please?
Four.
Very good. The adjustment on the first fraction, because on the second one is the same denominator.
Times 2.
Times 2 indeed. So here what we get, is it 94 plus 75? 94 plus 75. So now we add the numerators. Do not try to simplify anything. So 9 and 169. Yes, we take the integers out, and it is 42 and 1/4. Do not ever forget the measurement unit. So this is the perimeter of the given rectangle with a given length and width. Good. Write an equation that represents the problem. Then solve the equation. If the length of a rectangle is twice the width and the perimeter is 45 inches, what are the dimensions, length and width? Okay, so one more time. We are told that the perimeter is 45 inches. So what I will write immediately is that perimeter is 45 inches. We are talking about rectangle, length and width. And I know that the perimeter, we just had it, 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, and that has to equal 45. 2 times L plus 2 times W equals 45. This is what I know already. Now let's read it again. If the length of a rectangle is twice the width, the rest we took care of. The perimeter is 45. What are the dimensions? So this is what we need to write. This equation needs to be expressed right now. The length is twice the width. How do I write that? The length is twice the width. Can anyone help with that, please? The length is twice the width. Can anyone please give us an equation that represents the length is twice the width? Anybody, please? How do we write the length is twice the width?
I believe Rachel, she was typing in chat. She's saying
Yes, she's
Two.
way ahead of us. This is not what I asked. Can anyone give us an equation that represents the length is twice the width?
Would that be 2L?
The length, I have to start with the length. What is that?
15.
What is the length denoted by? I need to write an equation that represents the length is twice the width. How do I write that, please? Anybody?
Two times L.
I have to start with the length. Can anyone give us the length? How do I write it? What is the letter that we used for the length?
Is it L?
I'm sorry?
L?
Yes. Is. What do I translate is into? By what? What is the mathematical symbol? The length is.
X?
The length is.
equals
Equals. Now, we finish up the sentence. The length is twice the width.
L equals 2 times W.
Excellent. This is what I was asking. And this is what we have to write. Let's read the problem one more time. It reads, the length of a rectangle is twice the width of that rectangle. This is the equation we have to state. Now we have two equations in two variables. This is extremely important because eventually we are going to get to talk about systems. We don't know what they mean right now. Okay, at this point, I substitute or replace. Same thing. L in the first equation by 2W. So I have to put it in here. So I have 2 in front. This is 2 times W. This is 2 times W. And this is 45. Let's look at this equation for a moment and see if you have any questions. Any questions on this equation and how we got it? Now we multiply. 2 times 2, 4W plus 2W equals 45. At this point, we have to combine like terms. How much is 4W plus 2W, please? How much is 4W plus 2W? 4 apples plus 2 apples. How much is that?
6W.
6W equals 45. We get W, how? What do we need to do to both sides to get W? What do we need to do to both sides to get W?
Combine.
Perfect. By?
6.
Good. So I will simplify by 3. So this is 15 and this is 2. So the width is 15/2 inches. Now I have to go back to determine the length. And the length was twice the width. So the length is twice the width, or the length is 2 times 15/2. Never multiply if you can simplify first. So L equals 15 inches. And W equals 7.5 inches. Is this true? I don't know. But it's a blink. It takes a blink to verify. So I'm going to go to the graphing calculator and I'm going to do this. Is 2 multiplied by 15 plus 2 multiplied by 15 divided by 2, which indeed is 7.5. When I click enter, if I don't get 45, then I know that 15 and 7.5 are incorrect. But I did get 45, so 2 times the length plus 2 times the width is indeed 45. So this is the correct answer. Any questions? Anybody, please, any questions?
So I should have wrote 2L plus W equals 45? Or how would you want us to write it on the test?
This is what the problem is saying. The perimeter is 45 and the length is twice the width. These two equations are carved in stone. What you do next and how you solve it, it's up to you. But these two equations are carved in stone. This is what the problem is telling us. The perimeter is 45 and it says the length is twice the width. Very good question. Is this clear now? And then from here you can do whatever you want. You can, although this is the easiest step. Replace, combine like terms, divide, determine L, and then go back and check.